Hey guys, this is Teresa Topaz and Ian Weston from Topaz Weston Instruments. We want to introduce you to the Plek Scanner, and Ian is going to take over from here and explain what it is and what's happening right now.
Hi everyone. So the Plek Scanner is basically a data collection and imaging system for musical instruments. What it's doing the same kind of mapping that you would do on a Plek machine with the tactile sensor, but it does it with touchless laser technology. So it's capturing the string spacing, the action, the height of each fret under each string, the neck relief, basically the entire setup and fingerboard geometry of a musical instrument. It has a broad range of applications. It can be used for anywhere from manufacturing, wholesale, distribution, retail, online sales to make sure that what is either being manufactured, what is heading out the door, is what we want it to be. In the context of our application in repair, we can use it to show you what your instrument looks like, what its geometry looks like, what could need correction, what is already perfect. If you have an instrument in your stable that is your one and only, it's perfect, and you want that setup replicated on other instruments, we can simply scan that instrument and have all of that data collected so that we can make a carbon copy of it down the road. Or to communicate across the world. Say you had your instrument set up over here, we scanned it, and you're somewhere else, you're on the road, and you want someone to do your setup. We can send them everything just at the click of a button so they know exactly what it is that makes you happy. So here are the visual results you'll get after a completed scan on the scanner. It starts with a heat map that kind of gives you a broad view of what is going on the instrument that is out of spec. So you would bring us an instrument and you've noticed problems and you don't really know what they are. I mean, we, with some experience, we look at an instrument and we have an idea of what we're looking at, but you may not. With this kind of information, we can share with you what it is we see. So on this instrument, we can see that these hot spots basically are buzzing values, where if the string is attacked hard enough, it's not going to behave optimally. And then we can dive into greater detail where we actually see the geometry of the fretboard under each string. So as with any Plek scan, this is the nut, that's the saddle. Every bump is a fret. The orange data is the reality, and the green lines are our targets. So we can see that here under this high E string on this guitar, that the frets are not level and that there is a slight back bow. And we can look at this for every single string. Here we are under the B string, under the G string, so on and so forth, until we go to the low E string. So we see that the instrument isn't ideal, and we can just show you what's going on, and you need less explanation as to why fretwork would be needed. It becomes quite obvious when you see it with this level of granularity. On this screen here, we see basically the action setup at both the nut and the saddle for the instrument, and we have a deviation between the reality and the target. So again, green is always our target, and the yellow area basically is the tolerance that we allow ourselves to be off, a thousandth of an inch or so. But we can see that here at the nut on this instrument, the strings are 25 thousandths or 35 thousandths above our target, which is quite a bit taller than what we want. Same at the saddle. We're off spec from what our desired outcome would be, and now we see it clear as day. And once we make the correction, we can rescan the instrument, keep it as it is, your setup the way you want it, and save that information for future use.